All right, we are going to do a couple of problems. This is related to line. So let's talk about this problem. What does it say? It says in exercise this, write the equation for the line. They want us to write the equation for the line that passes through, there is a point given and there is a slope given. So if I look at this specific problem here, we are given a point, problem number 92, point is 5, 7, and m, which is the same thing as slope, equals 2. That's what we are looking for, right? Now, let's do a quick review of what slope is and how do you find this. It's a very easy problem once you learn it. So first of all, every line has a slope. Slope simply indicates the steepness of a line. So for example, you have a line with some slope, you have another line with a steeper slope, and you have a line with less steep slope, right? But then you can also have lines which are negative slope. So for example, this line has a negative slope. This has really negative slope. This has a somewhat negative slope, right? So now the question is, how do I measure the slope? And this is where the concept of slope, once you understand, becomes very, very helpful. So what's happening in this case is, if you give me any line, this is my x, this is my y, and let's just do an example. We don't need lots of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to draw a line, and I'm just going to pick 2 points to draw a line. To draw a line, all you need is 2 points. So I'm going to pick 1 point is here. The other point is 2, and let's call it 5, right? And I'm going to draw a line that goes through these 2 points. So this point is x is 0 and y is -1, and this point x is 2. And y is, oops, didn't mean to do that. Where is my eraser? Oh, there it was. And x is 2 and y is 5. What is the slope of this line? Well, actually, slope is simply equal to rise over run. These are just names. Rise means how much did my line grow on y? When I went from this point to this point, how much was the change? Well, I went 5 over here minus -1, because this is how far it is. This is 6, right? I went 6 here, and when I went run, which is like how much I went on x-axis, I went from 2 minus 0. I went 2. So slope is simply 6 divided by 2 equal 3. Also, that means each x, if I increase x by 1, y increases by 3. That's all it is. So if I go from 0 to 1, you see it went from -1 to 2. That's an increase of 3. Then it went from 2 to 5. That's an increase of 3. So what is the equation of this line? Equation of this line is, every line has an equation which is y equal mx plus b. B is the y-intercept. M is the slope. So what is the equation of this line? Y equal, we know the slope. Slope is the steepness, 3x plus, what is the y-intercept? That's -1. So the equation of this line is 3x minus 1. That's it. There you go. Now, if I were to draw another line that went parallel to it, what will happen? Parallel lines will always run equidistant. So that means their steepness is going to be the same. So this is a line that is parallel to it. This is another line that is parallel to it. So this is the other part, is that parallel lines have equal slope, right? Except they will have different y-intercepts. So as an example, remember we talked the y-intercept of this line was -1? Well, y-intercept of this line is different value, 2. This is some other value. This is some other value. Parallel lines have equal slope, but different y-intercepts. Okay, now we know this. Let's come back to the problem that we're working on. And I'm going to erase all this stuff. Okay, so now we come back and we can now solve this equation. So what is it? I have to draw a line which has a slope of 2 and it goes to the 0.57. So remember, every line has an equation which is y equal mx plus b. Well, what do I know here? In this case, m equal to, and there is a point which is given as 5,7. Well, in 5,7, what it means is that this is equal x and this equal y. That means I can substitute y7 equal slope 2, x value is 5 plus b. I do not know b. So 7 equal 10 plus b. Minus 10, it cancels out, minus 3, b. That means, therefore, b equal minus 3. So what is the equation of this line? Y equal mx plus b. Y equal m, I already know, is 2, x minus 3. And that is the equation. And in fact, if you put in this one, you put x as 5, what do you get? 2 times 5 minus 3, actually minus 3, equal 10 minus 3 equals 7, which is exactly what we got here, this point, 7. So that's all you do. If you're given a line with slope m equal to, and you're given two values of x and y, you can solve for b, which is y-intercept, and you can calculate that and find the equation. That's exactly how all these 6 problems are done. You just have to be careful that this is the value of x, this is the value of y, and this is the slope, and you find the y-intercept, and that gives you the equation. Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to pause here.